Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. I thought I'd comment on some information and comments from Daisy Ridley that we've just received on her new movie. She alludes to possible trilogy. There's a whole bunch of stuff, so let's take a look here at this article from Bounding Into Comics. In perhaps the most hard-to-believe assertions ever uttered in the Disney Star Wars era, actress Daisy Ridley has claimed that the franchise's upcoming Rey film will feature a story really worth telling. I've commented on this many times. I don't know where you go from here. She's too powerful. We know now that in Star Wars canon, her healing Ben cleared his mind of the dark side. So she literally can turn someone from the dark side through touching them, through healing them. So I don't see where this is supposed to go. She's so powerful, and if something ever gets out of control, all the Jedi will go in her, which is just such a stupid. Anyways, all the Jedi will give her more power, and there really isn't anywhere interesting to go, I don't think, here. I can't fathom a situation. This is like similar to a superhero, but in the universe they're in, it doesn't really add up. And which also makes me think they're going to move into this situation where they're going to have gods now, because she's basically a god, so you need somebody more powerful than her. That's my take, but whatever, we'll see what happens. Ridley, whose most notable credits to this day remain her 3 appearances throughout the sequel trilogy, offered to take on the quality of her character's upcoming solo outing during a recent interview given to The Hollywood Reporter's Brian Davids. Following a lengthy discussion of Ridley's new film, The Marsh King's Daughter, Davids closed out his time with the actress by asking if she could provide any insight into the basic course of events that preceded the Rey film surprise announcements at the 2023 Star Wars Celebration event. Okay. In turn, Ridley recalled, "This basic course is when I was at Sundance. I did not know. I shot my movie Magpie when I got back, and I had a breakfast with Kathy, and I thought was just breakfast, and then it was mentioned, so I thought about it. I loved the story, and I was like, okay." Things then happened quite quickly, and it felt like I was instantaneously on a stage being introduced by Charmine. The actress continued. It honestly took me back to being 20 or 21, however old I was when Star Wars The Force Awakens was announced. I was petrified. I was overwhelmed. I was really nervous, but the response was really wonderful, and I'm genuinely really excited about the next one. Now, she's saying that, okay, but all of the actors mocked the sequel trilogy when it was finished and how it ended. They all did. There's just no question about it. They all mock the ending, including her.
What was your reaction to the end of the movie? But don't use words, okay? Ready?
How does it end?
3, 2, 1. I'm not sure what Daisy was looking around.
After 40 years, what are you thinking?
This has, I don't think, a whole lot to do with her loving the character or her loving the stories, because again, she made it quite clear that it was pretty stupid. I think this is just, it's a good gig. She's going to get paid a lot of money. She's probably going to make, $10 million or something a film now from them, at least. So I think that's really more what it is. Many of her films since have not done well. Apparently the Marshall's Daughter or whatever is actually kind of a good movie, but it never had any marketing. Nobody even watched it. I think it made like $1 million or something like that. But anyways, this is just, of course you're going to come back. I mean, Harrison Ford hated coming back, and he kept coming back because he was making $35 million a movie. To this end, Ridley concluded her time with Davids by turning to the film's plot itself, ultimately teasing, "I haven't read anything, but I know the story. It's really worth telling, worth exploring, and I think people will be excited. I haven't read anything." So she's basically been verbally told this is where they're going. Interestingly, Ridley's word choice seems to suggest that the actress may not be privy to that many more details regarding Rey's next outing than have already been publicly detailed by the aforementioned Kennedy. Giving her first tease to the film's plot in the post-Star Wars Celebration interview given to IGN, and Lucasfilm president... Okay, so this is Kathleen Kennedy saying, "We're 15 years out from Rise of Skywalker, so we're kind of post-war, post-First Order, and the Jedi are in disarray." The Jedi are in disarray? You mean the Jedi, like the only one? Remember when Luke said, "I will not be the last Jedi"? He was alluding to Rey is literally the last Jedi at that point. I don't get it. So is their plan to just have all those lines of dialogue, including Yoda saying that there was only one more hope in Leia and all that stuff? They're just going to keep doing this, eh? Even to their own sequels, they're just going to have 50 million Jedi running around. How could they be in disarray? There aren't any. There's no Jedis in the sequel trilogy. Except for Rey, and I guess Luke kind of, even though he's a douche. There are none. There's a lot of discussion around who are the Jedi, what are they doing, What's the state of the galaxy? And she's attempting to rebuild the Jedi Order based on the books, based on what she promised Luke. So that's where we're going. Okay, but you rebuild the Jedi Order by finding Force sensitives. There shouldn't be Jedi around because there's no one to train them. Because that's how Jedi become Jedi, is through training, which Luke in The Mandalorian even says. And then he rejects Grogu in the Book of Boba Fett. He doesn't get to be a Jedi. He can be Force sensitive, but he's not a Jedi because he didn't get trained. Just because Rey didn't get trained. It's just such a mess. It's so convoluted now. Asked in a follow-up whether Luke's failed attempt to rebuild the Order would play any part in the story. Kennedy, of course not. He ain't going to be there. I don't know if we'll spend a lot of time on flashbacks, I think she said, or Force ghosts or things like that, but certainly the spirit of what he represents. In other words, he ain't in it. None of the OGs are coming back. It's over. They are done. It's sad the way they were handled. They're going out like crap. And that's the end of it. Elaborating on the film's plot in the later interview with Empire, Kennedy added that it would see the First Order has fallen, the Jedi are in chaos. There's even a question of how many exist anymore. Well, there shouldn't be. You guys wrote... these people are idiots. And Rey's building the new Jedi Order based on the text she was given, blah, blah, blah. We don't. Luckily for Ridley, it seems she'll have ample time to get acquainted with the film's story. As of this writing, the film has yet to receive an official release date. There's another comment she made, though, that I wanted to address that is not in this article that I saw on Twitter and then found. And that's on a Variety. It's not what I expect. Daisy Ridley's getting, okay, Star Wars. Interview with Collider. As of the plot of the new film, Ridley teased, I'm very excited. The story is really cool. I'm waiting to read a script because obviously I don't have any other updates. It's not what I expected, but I'm very excited. It's not what I expected, but I'm very excited. Well, wouldn't what she expected be she's starting a new Jedi Order? Isn't that what they've basically been saying? So what's the unexpected part? The only thing I can think of is they're going to make her go dark. That wouldn't surprise me at all. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a pile of other Jedi, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if they make her go dark. A lot of people wanted her to go dark. A lot of people really liked the concept art from Trevorrow, where it appears she does do that. It makes sense. It made sense for her to go dark in the sequels. It doesn't anymore. That's the problem. Is it made sense in the sequels, and if you watch my sequels reimagined, she does go dark in a really good and interesting way. It's not just a simple thing. It's over a long period of time. It takes, a full movie plus for her to get there, but she does. It made sense because on screen in the sequels, she was extremely emotional. And she was extremely angry all the time. When she was fighting, she was angry. Her going dark would give a better explanation as to why she was able to beat Kylo in The Force Awakens, because maybe she was just getting angry, which she was, and tapping into the dark side, and all of those things. So it made sense in the sequels. It doesn't make sense now, because she's supposed to be now this mature Jedi Master, made her own lightsaber, right, which is the final thing you do. She's taken on the Skywalker name. She should be stoic now. She should be like an actual Jedi, not this crazy, angry person. So for her to go dark now would be really dumb. That's why I think it's probably what's going to happen. Anything that seems stupid is what they seem to do. So if you have predictions that seem really, really dumb, like, oh no, they killed Snoke, and then people are like, oh, well, they're going to bring Palpatine back, and people are like, no way, he's dead. That would be ridiculous. He flew down a giant shaft. He exploded in the Death Star. There's no possible way he's coming back. Oh no, he did. Oh, he came back all right. Yep. He did. So, he did! That's why I think this probably will be her going dark. That's just my prediction. I mean, it could be wrong, but whatever. But I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a bazillion Jedi. It's not going to make any sense. And they're gonna throw, cast it away as, well, it's 15 years later, things change. No, there's no Jedi to train anybody. The only person left is Rey, and she has the books. There can't be others like that. It's just a mess, guys. They've made it a mess. Another interesting thing was when she was doing her interview with Collider, she said, I know the story of one film, and I think people will be very excited. I know the story of one film. Does she mean one film in the Star Wars universe? Or is she alluding to a trilogy? Because that's a strange one that she would have put it that way. I know the story of one film. But the only story you should know really about is the one you're in. Speculation, right? I don't doubt that that's what they hope to do, is do like a 10, 11, 12 about Rey. I don't see it happening. I don't think it's going to be possible. I don't think there's going to be enough interest in it. I don't think the Rey movie is going to really even do very well at all. But could be what she means by that. I guess we'll find out. Who knows? Let me know in the comment section what you think. What would your predictions be of this? Are you looking forward to seeing this, or are you just looking forward to make fun of it, like me and most people are, because it's going to suck? If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Check out any of my other Star Wars stuff, and have a really good day.